friends, and welcome to another math video. All right, we have spent a lot of time talking about shapes. We spent a little bit of time talking about fractions. You all blew me away with how well you learned your fractions and started to understand equal parts, cutting things in half, all of those amazing things. So since you all showed me how super duper smart you are, we're going to go ahead and move on, and we are going to continue working on our adding and subtracting skills, working on building equations, all things that make math fun. At least what I think makes math fun. Oh, my words aren't coming out and that happens, but that's okay. So very first thing we're going to do today, though, is we're going to warm up our brains by counting by ones, twos, fives, and tens. Just because counting practice helps us become rock star counters. The more we do it together, the easier it is for you to do it when you are at home working on all of the math stuff by yourself. So let me switch my screen. Here we go. All right. I am trying to find better ways so that everybody can see my number lines. I know sometimes when I'm using the board, not everybody can see. The classroom is very shiny, so I'm going to try this way on a smaller number line. What we're going to do first is we are going to count from 0 to 50. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope, we're going to count from 0 to 20 by ones, then 0 to 50 by twos, then 0 to 100 by fives, and 0 to 100 by tens. So sit back, get comfy, get ready to practice some counting. These are things that even if you feel like you are a rock star counter, I still want you counting with me right now. Okay, ready? We're going to start by ones, and we're just going to count to 20 by ones. Ready? Starting at 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ooh, that's a lot of counting, but it's important that we can count from 0 to 20 by ones because that helps with our addition. Now we need to count from 20 to 0. We need to count down that number line to help us with our subtraction. Are you ready? So starting at 20, we're going to count down or count backwards by ones. So starting at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, counting forward is important for addition. Counting backwards is important for subtraction. If you're like, oh, I am really not very good at counting backwards, hit pause, hit rewind, do that with me again, because the more we practice, the better you will get, I promise. All right, we're going to start at 0 now, and we're going to go all the way to 50, counting by twos. And the reason we're going to practice counting by twos a lot this week is we're going to work on some doubles and making sure penguins, I know we get to talk about fluffy, adorable penguins, have pairs. And a pair is when we have two of something. It'll make more sense as we move on in the week. But today, for now, we're just going to work on counting by our twos. So again, make sure you are saying everything out loud with me at home. That way I know you are practicing just like you would if we were here in the classroom together, okay? Starting at 0, we're going to jump by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And then look, our number line stops. We're going to go 1, 2, lands us at 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. Woo, that was so much counting. Hopefully you hung in there with me. Awesome job. Now we're going to start all the way back down at 0. And we're going to count all the way to 100 by fives. Okay? So starting at 0, we're going to jump up to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Woo, so much counting. You are rock stars. All right. Our brain should be feeling nice and warm. Now we're going to start at 0 and we're going to count by tens all the way up to 100. Are you ready? Starting at 0, we're going to make that big jump to 10, 20. Uh-oh. I sat too long and our lights in the classroom turned off. There we go. Sorry. Let's try that again. Starting at 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So counting by fives and tens is a little bit trickier when we're on a number line instead of our number grid, because we have to know we're looking for the numbers that have a 0 in the ones place. But you all did amazing. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about solving equations with 2-digit numbers and 1-digit numbers. So what I mean is, say we have the number 10 plus 5 equals what? Well, we can go up to our number line and start at 10 and jump forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did we land? We landed at 15. You got it. So 10 plus 5 equals 15. Or we can look at the equation this way. 10 plus 5 equals. And when you write your equation up and down like this, remember you have your ones column and your tens column. So you have to make sure when you have a single digit number, that number's in our ones column. So you put it underneath the ones column in our 2-digit number. And remember, there's that pretend line right there. So all we have to do is add 0 plus 5. Well, what is 0 plus 5? It's 5. Good. And then when there's no number in the tens column, it's kind of like a pretend 0. So then we would have 1 plus 0 equals 1 plus 0 equals 1. So our answer is 15. Okay? Let's try another one. What if we have 10 plus 9? Well, we can come up here and start at the 10 and make 9 jumps. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where did we land? We landed at 19. So let's rewrite the equation. 10 plus 9 equals, so we're going to draw that pretend line. So we only add our ones together first. So 0 plus 9 equals 0 plus 9 equals 9. And then remember, there's that pretend 0 right here. So 1 plus 0 equals 1 plus 0 equals 1. Good. So our answer is 19. So I'm going to tell you another trick. Do you notice how when we were talking about the number 10 and we're adding a number, all you do is replace the 0 with the number we're adding? Kind of cool, right? But that only works when we are adding 1 digit to our tens. Okay? So to practice this a little bit, we are going to work in our Bridges student book today. Oh, Mrs. Sae-Wong's words are not coming out. Okay, so we're in our Bridges student book. Go ahead and grab your student book, grab a pencil. I write in pen so you can see it. I want you writing in pencil so you can make changes. Grab all the things you need and come on back when you're ready. All right, if you're back with me, that tells me you have your student book and you have your pencil. We are going to open up to page 38, 38. Okay, and once we're on 38, first we have to stop and put our name at the top. Remember, we still practice putting our names on our work. And because we've all watched Number Corner today, we know the date is 2-22-21. All right, if you need more time, hit pause. Today, we are going to write an addition combination to tell how many penguins are standing on the ice ledges waiting to dive into the water. So we are going to figure out how many penguins are in the picture. We're going to write the equation, and then we're going to solve it. There are 6 total. We are going to do the first one together, and then you're going to do the 5 remaining ones at home. Then there are 2 word problems at the bottom. I'm going to read them with you, but you are going to show me that you can pick out the important information from the math story to help write the equation. So first things first, let me zoom in. Okay, so one more time, we are writing an addition combination, so an addition equation, to tell how many penguins are standing on the ice ledges waiting to dive into the water. So these penguins are standing on ice, and they're just waiting very patiently for their turn to jump into the water. So we need to figure out how many penguins there are total. So here is the trick. Once we count the top one and we recognize how many are on top, that's going to tell us how many are on top of all of them. Hint, hint. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many penguins are on our top ice ledge? 10. Good. So I'm going to write my 10 right here at the top of my equation. Now I need to find the second number for our equation. That's going to be our second row. Are you ready? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put a 6 right here. So I have 10 penguins on top, 6 penguins on bottom. I now need to add those together. Well, remember, we're going to pretend like there's an imaginary line. So what is 0 plus 6? 0 plus 6. 0 plus 6 equals 6. Good, my friends. And then remember, we have a pretend 0 right here. So 1 plus 0 equals 1 plus 0 equals 1. So how many penguins are waiting to jump off the ice ledge? Excuse me. 16. And that's all you need to do to solve the next 5 problems. You're going to work on these independently, and you're going to send me a picture when you're done. But before you do that, or you can hit pause and work on those and come back when you're ready. Your choice. I am going to move along to the bottom, though, and I'm going to read these 2 math stories to you. What you're going to do is you're going to listen, and you're going to pick out the important information for your equation. So in the math story, there are numbers and information that you need to complete the equation so that you can solve the problem. So let's read the first one together. There were 10 penguins on the top ledge and 4 penguins on the bottom ledge. How many in all? Okay, remember when we see that terminology or those words, in all, that means total. That means we added them together. That's why we have an addition equation to solve. Remember, ice ledges, all they're talking about are the ledges that the penguins are standing on. So let's read it one more time. There were 10 penguins on the top ledge and 4 penguins on the bottom ledge. How many in all? So you need to then fill out the equation for me and solve it so we know how many penguins there were total. Go ahead and hit pause and work on that and come back when you're ready. All right, if you're back with me, that tells me you're done with the first math story. Let's read the second one together. Ready? There were 10 penguins on the top ledge and 8 penguins on the bottom ledge. Remember, the ledge is just where they're standing. How many in all? So again, in all, total, we're combining, we're putting them together. So that's why we have our addition equation here. Let's read it one more time. There were 10 penguins on the top ledge and 8 penguins on the bottom ledge. How many in all? So pick out the important information, fill in your equation, and give me that total. All right, friends. Hopefully you followed along with the examples. Hopefully you know exactly how to fill in these equations. If you're like, ooh, I'm kind of stuck, go back, hit rewind, go through the examples with me again. But if you're not sure or if you need any help, bring these questions to our 11 o'clock meeting so we can chat about it. All right, friends, that's it for math today. Thank you for your hard work. I will see your adorable faces later. Bye, friends.